Williams is literally a comedic genius. Cause literally, he's one of them people just got a funny voice. Like Lil Rel has a funny voice, so most things they say most likely will be funny. But it's just like the tone, like their tone, like his timing, his tone. He always dominate whenever he on something. Friday After Next, he wasn't supposed to be as big as he was, but he just took it and ran with it and put his own swing with it. And My Wife and Kids, his character Bobby Shaw was amazing. I don't know if his part was small. They even brought him back, or as a reoccurring. His part in that, it was so iconic. Like, he's one of the most iconic characters that came on My Wife and Kids, if not the most. He is actually the most. They done came on there, and so he always just steal the show. Even Shannon Sharp show. Shannon Sharp barely said 2 words that whole interview, and Katt Williams just took it over. Katt Williams, when he was on Wild Night, that was like the best episode. Like, he just bring out the best in people. Like I said, everything he owned, he elevates it. So, and then obviously when he was on back in the day, like as a regular cast member, he was like the best one. He was so great. People gotta stop sleeping on Katt, child. I love when comedians talk, like older comedians talk. That's my favorite thing. Like when Lunel has been on Gary Owen, it has been my favorite thing to watch. I just love stuff like that. It's my favorite thing to watch older comedians talk, especially when they talk to each other. The Fat Tuesday doc. I feel like comedians need like their own award show. So I feel like actors have their own award show, artists have their own award show. I don't even think that people give the best comedian award. Maybe they do, but they just never show it on TV. Like, give the best comedian award. Like, comedians need more. Like, that's why people don't be taking when people be stealing and stuff as serious. But when an artist do something like that, then it's just such a big deal. If a celebrity on a award show say something funny, people are like, oh my gosh, that celebrity is so funny. I'm like, do you realize somebody wrote that, right? Like, they didn't just get on stage and say that themselves and think of it themselves. Like, no, somebody thought of that for them. Like, come on now, you think if they could do all that, they would have been a comedian? We used to be calling certain people comedians that we never seen do stand-up. It's like, why don't you have a stand-up? I get maybe back then you couldn't get your stand-up on anything. Maybe nobody would let you on it. But now, you can just put it up yourself. I do respect, when people, like Eddie Murphy, when he did 2 and then he stopped because he didn't think he would be as good. I respect people that stop doing stand-up when they know they don't have anything good to say. Or anything, worth saying. Like, I'm glad, that's why people still consider Eddie Murphy the great, because he stopped on a high. Like, if Kevin would have stopped on the 4th one, then people would have looked at him as a great stand-up. Like, people look at him like a great overall comedian, obviously, because all the things he do. But if he would have just stopped at 4, people would have looked at him like a great comedian. But when you keep putting out stuff and it's not good, like, it's okay if it's okay, but when it's bad, when you put out stuff that's bad repeatedly, then that's kind of like eliminating the good. It's like, okay, you got 1 that's good, okay, that's eliminated. You got 2 that's good, that's eliminated. It's like you crossing out stuff, you like Xing. So I feel like if you know something ain't up to par, then don't. That's why people be like, Lauryn Hill, great, she don't have 1 album. Like, whatever you leave on, that's what people gonna remember. So if you leave on a high, it's gonna be a high. If you leave on a low, they gonna say it's low. Like, so, like I said, if Kim would have stopped at 4, people would have said he one of the great stand-ups, comedians, as far as like actual, specifically stand-up specials. But it's like when you leave on a high, like Eddie Murphy left on high. He left on 2, which was amazing. He left. Jamie Foxx left on a high. Martin's last stand-up wasn't good. It was like he was trying to integrate the younger crowd too much into it, and it just wasn't working for me. Maybe it was working for the young crowd, it wasn't working for me. But people still say he's great, but I feel like he should have just did the 2 that he had, Rontel that. And then what was the other one, child, where he had the black on? See, Martin did I don't know what he had on the last one he did, but he had the black leather thing on. I think he was going after Eddie Murphy, black leather thing on. The first one, then the second one, he had the little tan leather. That was ugly, but at least it was different and make you remember the difference. I used to just love that when I was younger, that Rontel that. The whole Leslie Jones thing, when they said, she stole the joke from Precious Hall. It's like, that what they did do. And she did the same movement and everything. It's like, you stealing somebody's stuff and you're doing the same movement. And it's like, she did an award show. So, yes, she has this thing to say, well, I had writers, somebody gave me that. Like, and ain't nobody gonna care. Because once you get to a certain level ain't nobody gonna care. Like, you're not really gonna get canceled because the casual people are usually, biggest fans, and they're not gonna care if you stole some joke, or they're not gonna believe it. Like, I'm like, well, they did it better, or they did it funnier. Like, they're gonna believe whoever is their favorite, or whoever they saw it do it first. Like, people are like, I don't care, it was funny. I don't care, they said it was funny. These bigger comedians be having people write for them. I wouldn't be trust nobody to be right for me, because they do be getting stuff from other comedians. Like, how am I supposed to trust this? And then if something come out that you got this from another comedian, people gonna just buy me because they don't know, they not looking for your name that you wrote this or whatever. So that's I don't know about that writer thing. It would have to be somebody I really know and trust, and really know I know have like original ideas. Don't do stand up, you're not a comedian. I hate when these people be saying they comedians and they don't do stand up. We need another word for it. You're a comedic podcaster, you're a comedic actor, you're a comedic talker, child. You are not a comedian. I hate when people that aren't do stand up say they're comedians. That be making me mad. Like, I'm a comedian, child. Maybe I was a comedian in a past life or something. That be making me so mad. You're not a comedian. I don't care what the actual definition of comedian is. Like, growing up, when somebody said they was a comedian, you was like, that was synonymous with stand-up. So, you're not a comedian. So, call yourself something else. A comedic TikToker. I don't care. But you ain't no comedian.